guys, I am Shivali. I have done my BA LLB Honours from HNLU Raipur and my LLM from NUJ Kolkata. I am a faculty of the CLAT PG program at Clatapult, and today I will be discussing about the CLAT PG entrance examination in detail, from the basics of the exam to the exam pattern, eligibility, as well as preparation strategies. First, for those of you who don't know yet, what is CLAT PG? The Common Law Admission Test, or CLAT, is the national entrance exam for people who want to study in the premier law schools of the country in both the undergrad or postgrad programs. The name makes it very evident that CLAT PG is for admission to the postgraduate programs of the national law universities. Apart from this, CLAT PG scores are also accepted in various other sectors. For example, public sector undertakings or PSUs accept CLAT scores for direct recruitment. So obviously, this exam opens up doors which are otherwise closed when candidates just hold an undergraduate degree. Let me now tell you more about the exam pattern, eligibility, and why you should appear for the CLAT PG exam. Coming to why you should appear for CLAT PG. Are you someone who wants to specialize in a certain area of law for advancement in your respective legal careers? Or even just for knowledge? Or are you someone who wants to explore job opportunities in sectors such as in PSUs? Or even just make a switch? Let me tell you, be it corporate law, litigation, or academia, an LLM degree will be of utmost use everywhere in the legal profession. Holding a PG degree helps in getting jobs in legal academia where it is an important criteria, or even bagging promotions in certain other jobs. Some organizations offer higher salary packages for those who hold additional degrees, such as an LLM. Like I have already mentioned, CLAT scores are accepted for admission to the national law universities in the country. The list includes colleges such as NLSIU Bangalore, which is ranked as the top law school in the country. Apart from NLS Bangalore, candidates can also contend for other premier law schools in the country such as Nalsar, Hyderabad, NUJS Calcutta, NLU Jodhpur, Gandhinagar, etc. After taking the CLAT exam, candidates are given admission to the national law universities based on their merit or CLAT scores after taking the CLAT exam. Apart from NLUs, there are also many private law colleges in India which also accept CLAT scores for admission. To clarify, these colleges are not part of the CLAT counseling process, but they accept CLAT scores and conduct their separate admission process based on these scores. Now, about PSUs. Public sector undertakings are partially or entirely owned by the government and offer direct recruitment options through the CLAT PG scores. For example, Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, Indian Oil, etc. recruits law managers or executive law trainees based on their CLAT PG scores. Apart from this, organizations such as NTPC, Oil India Limited, ONGC, etc. also recruit candidates for the respective legal departments through the CLAT PG scores. So obviously, these are a very lucrative option for freshers straight out of law school, because who doesn't know about the benefits of a government job, including job security, good salary, flexibility, work-life balance, retirement benefits, and so much more. The selection process for PSUs via CLAT scores will generally include 3 stages. First would be shortlisting of students, second would be release of the invite list, and third is the interview. Apart from PSUs, many top-tier law firms such as Khaitan, Trilegal, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, etc. also hire students from NLUs for their legal departments. Also, many private companies such as Tata, ICICI Bank, etc. also hire students from NLUs through the campus placements. So, as you can see, there are countless reasons to take the CLAT PG exam. It goes without saying that CLAT is the biggest law entrance exam in India. The difficulty level is a bit high, but the rewards that come with it justify the difficulty. Now that you know about the CLAT PG exam and why you should take it, let's see if you are eligible for the exam. The CLAT PG exam can be taken by anybody who would hold a bachelor degree in law with 50% marks by the time the course starts. Students who would start their LLM course in 2025 would be in their 9th semester when they appear for the CLAT PG exam in December of 2024. Basically, you do not need to hold the degree when you appear for the exam. Those are only required at the time of admission, so there's plenty of time to figure that out. There is no restriction on an upper age limit, therefore, even working professionals can apply. Basically, anybody in their 9th semester of law or beyond can take the CLAT PG exam at any point of time in their life. There is also no restriction for the number of attempts that one is allowed to take for the exam. Next, it is very important to have an understanding of the exam format for those who want to appear. The exam extensively tests your legal acumen, knowledge, application of common legal principles, logical reasoning capacities, as well as how updated you are on recent legal developments. It also tests your ability on how fast you can think on your feet, just like a lawyer. It is an annual exam that is conducted at the national level in a paper-based format. The exam has 120 legal passage-based questions, which candidates have to solve in 2 hours, that is 120 minutes. The questions are in MCQ format with 1 mark for every correct answer and 0.25 negative marks for every wrong answer. The passages will be extracts from recent or landmark court decisions, or they could even be from important legal principles, concepts, or jurisprudence. There may be 12 paras with 10 questions, 20 paras with 6 questions, or 24 paras with 5 questions each. Now that I have covered the basics for the CLAT exam, I will move on to some strategies for your preparation. As I have already mentioned, you will have to read through lengthy paragraphs for answering the questions, so you will not even be getting 1 minute per question. Naturally, it becomes very important to develop a steady and regular reading habit. The more you read through legal passages, case laws, and developments, the more accustomed you will be to reading those during the actual exam and answering the questions accordingly. Also, make sure you get out of your comfort zone and cover a wide variety of case laws and legal topics, since the actual exam will cover everything from constitution to contracts to arbitration to bankruptcy to environment laws, international laws, etc. This might confuse your brain and lead to zoning out. So, you need to make sure that you practice tackling different subjects so that in the actual exam you don't get confused or zone out. I will keep stressing that it is very important that you are thoroughly prepared for anything and everything in the exam. The exam generally happens in the first weekend of December. So depending on when you are watching this video, you can calculate how much time you have left and plan your revision or preparation accordingly. You need to figure out how much time to devote to each subject based on your individual preparation level. For the exam, you need to focus on certain core areas. The first is foundational studies. This would include whatever you have studied in your 3 or 5 years of law school. Once you are very clear on your basics, then you can start on the case laws alongside the foundational studies. Coming to case laws. Case laws are a unique feature of CLAT PG. Usually, the relevant case laws are either landmark or recent. It helps in a massive way to already know the case or the law involved, because then it becomes easier to interpret the passage, understand it, and answer the given questions. Next is MCQs and comprehension practice. It is very important to practice solving the paper and take regular mocks, as this will help you to strategize and plan your time accordingly. I will discuss a few more preparation tips towards the end of the video. But before that, let me give you a brief overview of the subjects that are important for the CLAT exam based on an analysis of the CLAT paper over the last 5 years. Constitution-based subjects such as constitution, administrative law, jurisprudence, labor law, or environment law has the highest weightage in the CLAT paper, ranging from between 30 to 35% of the paper. I would say that constitution itself is the bedrock for your preparation. It is very important to have a solid foundation in the constitutional provisions as well as relevant landmark case laws and constitutional bench judgments. Next up is business laws, which include contracts, IBC, banking, company laws, Negotiable Instrument Act, etc. These would constitute 20 to 25% of the paper. Then comes criminal laws, which include IPC, CRPC evidence. This would include 20 to 30% of the paper and is also very important to know thoroughly, especially with the upcoming reforms that have been proposed to be implemented in the criminal laws of the country. Other subjects like tort law, international law, family law, etc. would constitute the remaining part of the paper. Now, for your preparation, the very first thing that you need to do is to analyze your preparation in each of the subject groups such as constitution, business laws, criminal laws, etc. Identify your strengths and weaknesses and then proceed accordingly. Then, you need to collect all your relevant study materials, including bare acts, books, subject-wise notes, as well as case law compilations. You could maintain different notebooks or registers for different subjects or for different topics. I am saying this again, because you have to solve passage-based questions, it is very, very crucial to develop a steady and regular reading habit, because otherwise time management could become an issue for you. Finally, and I cannot stress on this enough, you need to start taking sectional mocks as well as full-length mocks early on in your preparation. This will help you to manage your time and also plan your strategy for the exam. I would say that the most important thing to do would be to identify your strengths, but at the same time not ignore your weaknesses. For example, if rote learning is not your cup of tea, that's okay. Please make sure that you're fundamentally very, very clear and strong on your concepts that you're studying throughout law school. Apart from this, please make sure that you remain updated about new case laws and new legal developments or amendments that are happening all the time. For CLAT PG, the best tip that I can give is to absorb information like a vacuum cleaner. There's so much to cover that is almost impossible to know everything. But our brains are so amazing, they are essentially creatures of habit. We don't know it, but our brains can retain information in our subconscious, which can come in very, very handy during CLAT when you are well read on a wide variety of legal subjects, topics, principles, and case laws. So yes, balance is the key for your preparation. I hope this video helps to give you a broad overview of the CLAT PG exam and in getting clarity for you to decide whether or not this exam is for you. And if you think that this exam is for you, then what are you waiting for? Start with your preparation right now. Good luck.